Hello students, welcome to the class. Today also we are discussing about the polymer chapter, the remaining topics of polymer. Synthetic polymers. So what are these synthetic polymers? Synthetic polymers are man-made polymers. Generally, these synthetic polymers are derivatives of 1,3 butadiene. These are derivatives of 1,3 butadiene. Derivatives of 1,3 butadiene. One of those synthetic polymers are neoprene rubber. Neoprene rubber. So what is this neoprene rubber? So this is 2-chloro 1,3 butadiene. 2-chloro 1,3 butadiene. Its polymer is this one. This is neoprene. 2-chloro 1,3 butadiene is 2-chloro 1,3 butadiene. Polymer is neoprene. This one is called chloroprene. This is chloroprene. Chloroprene polymer is neoprene. So neoprene rubber is a synthetic rubber in which the monomer units are 2-chloro 1,3 butadiene. This 2-chloro 1,3 butadiene is simply known as the chloroprene. So this is about neoprene rubber. Next, Bona-S rubber. So what is this Bona-S rubber? This Bona-S rubber contains two types of monomeric units. Bona-S rubber contains two kinds of monomeric units. One is 1,3 butadiene. Second one is styrene. So this 1,3 butadiene, CH2 double bond, CH single bond, CH double bond, CH2. This is 1,3 butadiene. When this 1,3 butadiene bonded with react with styrene, this is styrene. Styrene means if vinyl group is bonded with benzene ring, then it is called styrene. Vinyl group is bonded with benzene ring, then it is called styrene. You will get a polymer, and this polymer is this one. This is the polymer. This is called Bona-S rubber. This is the Bona-S rubber. Bona-S rubber, the monomeric units are 1,3 butadiene and styrene. Next, another kind of another example for synthetic rubber is Buna N rubber. Buna N rubber. In this Buna N rubber, the monomeric units are 1,3 butadiene, and second monomeric unit is acrylonitrile. Now the monomeric unit is 1,3 butadiene. Second monomeric unit is acrylonitrile. So acrylonitrile means vinyl cyanide. This is vinyl cyanide. 1,3 butadiene this one. When these two monomeric units connect, you will get the Buna N rubber. So this is about synthetic polymers. Now we will look at the molecular determination of polymers. Determination of molecular weights in polymers. Determination of molecular weights in polymers. So how you are going to determine the molecular weight in case of polymers? Generally, so in case of these polymers, molecular weights are expressed as the average weights, average molecular weights. So why they are using this average molecular weight instead of this simple molecular weights? Suppose you are preparing a polymer. You prepared a polymer, that polymeric chain length is this much. I prepared another polymer, and that polymeric chain length is this much. Another person prepared another polymer, the same polymer, and its polymeric chain length is this much. So you can't say, in such cases, you can't say simply this is the molecular weight of the polymer. Hence, instead of simple molecular weights, here we are using average molecular weight term. So here we are using average molecular weight. So this polymers molecular weights are determined in two different methods. One is expressed in two different methods. One is number average molecular weight, another one is weight average molecular weight. One is number average molecular weight, second one is weight average molecular weight. So molecular weight of polymers are expressed in two different ways. One is in two different terms. One is number average molecular weight denoted by Mn bar. Second one is weight average molecular weight denoted by Mw bar. So what is this number average molecular weight? The formula for number average molecular weight is M1 N1 plus M2 N2 plus M3 plus so on Ni Mi by N1 plus N2 plus N3 so on. Simply this one written like this: sigma Mi Ni by sigma Ni. This is number average molecular. So what is this M and N? N1 is the number of molecules with molecular weight M1. N2 is number of molecules with molecular weight M2. N3 is number of molecules with molecular weight N3. Okay. N1 is the number of molecules with molecular weight M1. N2 is the number of molecules with molecular weight M2. N3 is the number of molecules with molecular weight N3. The problem is there regarding to this one. If we complete that problem, we can understand about this thing clearly. I will do that problem. So this is the problem. Polymer sample contains 30% molecules of molar mass 20,000, 40% molecules of molar mass 30,000, 60% of and the rest. Okay, remaining how much remaining? Again another 30% molecules of molar mass 60,000. Now they are asking what is number average molecular weight? What is number average molecular weight? So look at here. N1 molecules of molecular weight. Suppose you have total number of molecules is 100, N1 plus N2 plus N3. All this total is 100 because they given in percentages. N1 molecules, N1 is the number of molecules with molecular weight N1. So this is the N1 molecules. How many number of molecules are there? N1 is become 30 molecules with molecular weight 20,000. N2 number of molecules with molecular weight M. So this is N2 with molecules with molecular weight M. This is N3 with molecular weight M3. Just substitute all those things. So 30 into 20,000 plus 40 into 30,000 plus 30 into 60,000 by total number of n1 plus n2 plus n3 1000 means 30 plus 40 plus 30. So if you solve this one, you will get the number average multiplier. This is about number average multiplier. So this number average molecular weights are identified. Number average molecular weights are identified experimentally by two methods. One is end group analysis method. End group analysis method. And the second one is osmotic pressure method. Osmotic pressure. One is end group analysis method, second one is osmotic pressure. First we will basing on these two experiments, this number average molecular weights are calculated. We don't have these experiments, but a small topic is given regarding this osmotic pressure method. These osmotic pressures, you know the osmotic pressure, osmotic solutions, we know about this osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure is denoted by phi. Osmotic pressure is denoted by phi. These osmotic pressures related to number average molecular weight. Osmotic pressures are related to number average molecular weight. How they are related to number average molecular weight? Phi by C naught is equal to phi by C naught is equal to RT by Mn. This is the relation. Phi by C naught is equal to RT by Mn. Mn bar is equal to RT C by. So basing on after doing experiments, basing on this formula, they will calculate the number average molecular weight of the polymer. We don't have all these experiments, simply they given a simple formula. That's it. The second one is weight average molecular weight. Weight average molecular denoted by NW bar. This weight average molecular weights are denoted by MW bar. What is the formula of this one? MW bar is equal to N1 M1 square plus N2 M2 square plus N3 M3 square, so on Ni Mi square by N1 M1 plus N2 M2 plus N3 M3, so on Ni. One can be written like this. So this is the weight average molecular weight. This weight average molecular weights are identified by light scattering methods, ultracentrifugation method, viscosity methods. Weight average molecular weights are identified by light scattering method, Number 2, viscosity method. Number 3, ultracentrifugation method. Ultracentrifugation. So this is the weight average molecular weights, MW bar. So this is about number average molecular weight and weight average molecular weight, which are used to find out the molecular weight of polymer. And the next our next topic is biodegradable polymers. Okay, then another word, small topic is there. That one is PDI index, poly dispersion index. Poly dispersion index. Simply we can write this one as PDI index. PDI index is the ratio of weight average molecular weight to number average molecular weight. PDI index is the ratio of weight average molecular weight to number average molecular weight. How? For synthetic polymer, for natural polymers, MW bar is equal to ML bar. For synthetic polymers, MW bar not equal to ML bar. MW bar not equal to ML bar. Okay, this is Pauli dispersion index and its related method. Next, look at the biodegradable polymers. Biodegradable polymers. So, what are these biodegradable polymers? Polymers which undergoes dissociation by the natural forces like bacteria action or enzymatic action are known as the biodegradable polymers. Generally, we are looking different types of polythene plants, different types of plastic, all those things. These polymers lifespan is nearly 1000 years. Some of the polymers will going to dissociate nearly 500 years. It will take those many years to dissociate these plastics, these polymers, to dissociate these synthetic polymers. So they have the very large lifespan, so they pollute the atmosphere, they pollute the nature. Hence nowadays biodegradable polymers are manufactured. These biodegradable polymers are undergoes dissociation due to some enzymatic actions or by some natural forces. Now we are going to discuss about this biodegradable polymers. One of the important biodegradable polymer is PHDP. What is this PHDP? beta hydroxy butyrate co beta hydroxy valerate poly beta hydroxy butyrate co beta hydroxy valerate is known as the PHBV. This PHBV contains two kinds of monomeric units. Contains two monomers. One is 2-hydroxy butanoic acid. One is 2-hydroxy butanoic acid. Another one, sorry, 2-hydroxy, 3-hydroxy butanoic acid. Another monomer is 3-hydroxy pentanoic acid. So this PHBV is formed by two monomers. So it comes in copolymer. This PHBV is an example for a copolymer. Copolymer and comes in a biodegradable polymer. PHBV is a copolymer of 3-hydroxy butanoic acid and 3-hydroxy pentanoic acid. So what is 3-hydroxy butanoic acid? This is butanoic acid. 3-hydroxy butanoic acid. This is 3-hydroxy butanoic acid. And this is 3-hydroxy pentanoic acid. This is 3-hydroxy pentanoic acid. This 3-hydroxy butanoic acid and 3-hydroxy pentanoic acid polymer is PHB. So what is the co-condensation polymerization? Co-polymers are formed by the polymerization of monomers which contains two functional groups. This is a functional group, this is another functional. So when these two functional groups connect, get this so from here water molecules are eliminated. Here hydrogen is going to eliminate. From here OH group is going to eliminate. So this is O, this is CH, CH3, CH2, CO. Here one O remains, that is this one, CH, CH2, CH3, CH2, CO. This is the PHBV polymer. This is the PHBV. This is PHB. Poly beta hydroxy, butyrate co-beta hydroxy. This is the PHB. This PHBV is used in orthopedic devices. This is biodegradable orthopedic devices and also used in the manufacturing of capsules also. Orthopedic devices means when bones are broken down, these biodegradable polymers are useful. When bones are going to connect, these biodegradable polymers slowly dissolves in the body. So this is about one of the example of PHP. Another biodegradable polymers. Polyglycolic acid. This polyglycolic acid contains the monomer of glycolic acid. This is glycolic acid. This is the glycolic acid. This glycolic acid polymer is polyglycolic acid. This is the monomer. Another biodegradable polymer is polylactic acid. In polylactic acid, the monomers are this is the lactic acid. The monomer is lactic acid. These two monomers combined used in the manufacturing of dextrose. This dextrose contains two monomers, glycolic acid and lactic acid. This monomer containing this dextrose fibers are used for post-operative stitches. Dextrose fibers are used post-operative stitches. When operations are done to make stitches, to make sutures, this dextrose polymer is used. This polymer is made of two monomers. One is glycolic acid, another one is lactic acid. Next, nylon to nylon 6 polymer. Nylon to nylon 6 polymer. This nylon to nylon 6 polymer contains two monomeric units. They are glycine. Another one is aminocaproic acid. Glycine, this is glycine. This is glycine. And this one is aminocaproic acid. examiner chapter you can say. With those two things we will get the nylon 2, nylon 6, biodegradable polymer. This one also comes into copolymer. This one also is a copolymer. This is addition polymers. PHBV also is a copolymer. All these are the examples for biodegradable polymers. Another important thing is the chewing gum also contains Bonai's rubber. Chewing gum also contains Bonai's rubber. And the next one is wig. Wigs are made with vinyl chloride. Wigs are made with vinyl chloride and acrylonitrides. Vinyl chloride and acrylonitride. Wigs are made with vinyl chloride and acrylonitride. These two polymers, wig, the hair in wigs are made with the monomeric of these two things, vinyl chloride and vinyl cyanide. So this is about this polymer chapter. The important thing in this chapter is you have to remember all these monomeric units for each and every polymer. So they will ask, most of the cases in the exams they are asking about these monomeric units only. Simply they are asking the monomeric units. So what are the monomeric units present in PHBV? What are the monomeric units present in paraglutaric acid? What are the monomeric units present in dextrose? What are the monomeric units present in Decron? What are the monomeric units present in Bonai's rubber, Bonayan rubber? Like that they are asking. So first you have to remember all the monomeric units. So in most of the exams from this chapter they are asking one question, and that one question 90% they are asking is monomeric units. Okay. So in our material all these monomeric units along the name of the polymer is given in a tabulary form. Go through the tabulary form and by heart all those the monomeric units. In addition to that one, I shown you how these polymers are forming by connecting these monomeric units. I shown you different polymers are taken, how these connections are taking place. All those things are explained in 3 or 4 videos, I think. So this is about polymers. Okay, students. Thank you.